Hello everybody, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to watch this video. I hope that you enjoy it. I'm going to be going over my 2025 goals, both financial and a few personal. I did this last year when I first started my channel, and I do have a video reviewing how I did on my 2024 goals. This is not something I typically do, but I think I might continue it going forward. So yeah, let's get into it. I hope everybody is doing well. I appreciate you being here, and if you are new, I hope that you'll subscribe and join this amazing budgeting community. So let's get into it. I'll bring you in just a bit closer. So I wrote these out, and I believe I have 8 goals. So some of them, like I say, are financial and some are personal. So the first goal that I have is to pay off my line of credit debt, which is my only consumer debt, by about the middle to the end of July, if not sooner. So I've sort of worked out the payments that I'm going to make every single paycheck. There will be some changes to my paycheck, most likely happening kind of around June time. I have to renew my mortgage. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with that, as I do want to buy a new place in 2026, but obviously I'm kind of at the mercy of what's on the market. Hopefully the interest rates for mortgages aren't too bad, but because I don't want to buy another place after I sell my condo, I'm going to be very particular. So if I'm going to delay that by 6 months or a year, we will see, but I'm not going to rush and buy anything that I do not want to live in for basically the rest of my life. So yeah, definitely going to take my time, but my goal is to have my debt paid off by July, hopefully the middle of July. If not, if I can make some extra debt payments, if perchance I get a tax refund, which I probably won't, but you never know. So yeah, if I can get some extra money kind of here and there from some sales, maybe I can have that paid off right at the beginning of July. So that's the goal, but we have made huge progress on that. So I definitely cannot complain. So next up is number 2 is to save $800 for my technology. This is for hopefully a new phone. I don't think it will cost me $800. I believe I will get some money for trade-in on my phone. Kind of did a price out kind of on the phone that I was looking at, and I think I would have to pay about just shy of $700 for it with the trade-in. So yeah, and I already have over $500 in there already, so well on our way. And I do have this a line item in my budget for next year. It is one of my top priorities, so we'll get a little bit of money here and there, as well as I do have a savings challenge for it. So yeah, that hopefully will get done. If I save any more, I'm going to continue, but that is my goal. Next up is to save $1,000 for my emergency fund. So I have already started that this year in my binder, and I already have $50 in there. And I do have it, again, a line item in my budget. It's going to get money every single paycheck. And actually, I'm obviously hoping to have more than that once the debt is paid off. I really want to ramp up that emergency fund, but that is sort of like the first little goal there. Next up is to complete my month ahead binder, which is this binder, which I've already completed quite a few. I have to complete internet, mortgage, and condo fees, and so that is my goal. Again, I have as a line item in my budget. It will get love every single paycheck, and obviously, again, once the debt is paid off, I will probably completely finish that. And I've thought about restarting it, and maybe not going so crazy, but adding maybe a little money. Even more money. So maybe I could have 2 months ahead. So next up is, once my debt is gone, I want to increase my RRSP contribution by at least 1%. I do have a percent already taken out of my paycheck. It's taken out before my paycheck even hits. Given that I'm in my later 30s, I don't obviously have as much time. I do work in a position that is a pension position, so money gets taken off for pension. And as of kind of the end of 2024, I don't have my statement yet, but I would be guaranteed about $1,000 a month income from that pension, because I've put in almost a decade and a half into the organization that I work in. So money gets taken off of every single paycheck towards that. And I have been contributing to my retirement. So that's what an RSP is. It's retirement, it's tax deferred. So you pay taxes when you draw it out. So yeah, when I've kind of worked out, it's actually going to be more than 1% that's going to come off, but that is the goal, to get it at least 1% higher, and then kind of next year go by 1% again. I will stop at a certain amount, because when you do pay into a pension, the amount that you can put into your RSP is reduced due to that pension adjustment. So like, if I believe it's 18% of your income you can put into an RSP every single year. And then obviously there's maximums, but I would never ever hit the maximum. But when I pay into my pension, it reduces how much I can put into my RSP on top of that. So yeah, eventually you can't contribute more than that, otherwise then they ding you. So then what you'd probably do is put it into a tax-free savings account. You can draw on that money at any time. But yeah, that's kind of long-winded, but I'm going to increase my RSP contribution once the debt is paid off, because future self needs money too. So I want to make at least one sale on Poshmark or eBay or Facebook Marketplace. I am a seller on Poshmark. I've been a seller on Poshmark since January of 2020. I have almost made, most months since I've been on there, I've made at least one sale. It's just, I'm just trying to declutter, get rid of things that I don't use, things that I've purchased that I had intended to use and just am not going to use. I've made a few sales on eBay just because some of the items I know I'm listing on Poshmark, I know there would be buyers in the United States that would like those items. So I have made a few sales on there. Facebook Marketplace is kind of hit and miss. But yeah, that is my goal, is to make at least one sale on those platforms. And usually I do use that money to pay down debt, but some of my sales I've earned like maybe $5, so it's not very much. But hey, at least I got rid of something and I made a few dollars. So next up is this is a personal goal, is I have been single for quite a long time. And so I would like to go on at least one date in 2025. I went on one date. Don't even get me started, in 2024. So yeah, obviously I'd like to go on more than one date, but that is at least the starting goal. Dating when you're older and you're kind of, I wouldn't say I have my life totally established, but the fact that like I have a job that I've been at for quite a long time, I do have some goals. I do own my own condo. I don't have a huge group of friends. I'm kind of introverted. I don't do a ton of activities outside. It's just hard to meet people, and online dating seems to be the way, but then you get some kind of weirdos on there, and sometimes you're like, oh, I'm connecting with somebody, and then it just goes nowhere. So I'm not like desperate or anything, but it just would be nice to go on at least one date, and hopefully that leads to a few more. So fingers crossed for me. And last but certainly not least is I want to get to 300 subscribers so that I can do a giveaway. I do have some items from, like, whether they be freebies, whether they've been some items I purchased over the last few years in the budgeting community. So yeah, that is my goal, is to get to 300 subscribers by the end of 2025. It would be great to get more than that, obviously, but I'm so thankful for the people that have subscribed, that stick around, that comment, that watch my videos. So yeah, if I could get to 300, I do want to do a giveaway. I haven't decided whether that's going to be open internationally. We'll have to see kind of what the mail situation is and how much that would cost, but I'd definitely be open to that. So yeah, those are my goals. Nothing, I don't think, too out of the ordinary. I think they're all really achievable, especially when my debt is gone. I think I can absolutely achieve some even bigger goals, but I didn't write them down. I might kind of, as my debt is being paid off, I might revisit and then add in some extra goals. But yeah, I think that these are all really reasonable, really attainable. I already have plans for most of it. So yeah, I appreciate you being here watching these goals. I would love to know your thoughts. Do you have a goal that you're working towards? Do you think it's a stretch goal? Or do you think it's like, yes, I'm easily going to achieve that? I would love to know, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thanks for being here. Bye, everybody.